meeting, Beaufort County Board of Education to order. This is agenda setting meeting May 9th, being conducted remotely, and the meeting is being live streamed on the county channel. First order of business is approval of the agenda.
I move we approve the agenda for the agenda setting meeting.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor, aye.
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 3-0. If we could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Oh, shoot.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with liberty
and justice for all.
Thank you. Next item of business is approval of the April 25th committee meeting minutes.
I was not here, but they look really like just old regular minutes to me. So I will move that we approve the committee meeting minutes.
I second.
Okay, discussion. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Okay, we get to the meat of this meeting,
Second.
setting the May 17th agenda.
All right, I'm catching up. Give me a second to catch up. Here's April 17th. Move it over. All right, ready.
Okay,
Can you all see it?
Yes.
Okay.
okay, well, all this top part's boilerplate, so get to executive session. Holy cow.
All those infrastructure, safety, security things, those are things that have to be talked about in executive session, I take it?
These are all amendments that we normally do.
Oh, there.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so all of them would need that conversation. There's two from finance committees. The first two items, the financial advisor and banking services. So we'll probably rework the language on those, but essentially that's what they are. And then the rest of them are amendments.
Are those first two contracts for the financial advisor? Thank you.
Well, I think on the financial advisor, we might need some approval from the board. Remember when we got the financial advisor, it was done for a year. Remember?
Right.
So we need to come back with that. And then banking services is something that we need to have a conversation with the board about. And essentially, it comes down to, we can do an extension. We can, that kind of thing. So we need that conversation.
All right, that sounds legitimately executive session.
Yeah.
And there's one other item we should put on here, which we can always take off, but we need to put on there legal advice on next steps for impact fees.
You want that to be first, second, or third?
I think it probably should be first because hopefully we'll have an attorney.
Right.
So out of courtesy, we put it first.
And where it's like, where all of these things that are amendments are, is it going to be written out as amendment number 18?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Once I get all whatever the numbers and stuff are, this was just placeholders until we have the actual word.
All right. And Tina's hand was up.
Hey, Tina.
Yeah, I was gonna say just what David did. We're gonna need next steps for the school impact fees, legal advice. And I think it might be smart to have the word school in front of impact fees on the agenda.
On what?
Have the word school, because
School
there's
impact
different
fees, yeah.
impact fees. Thank you.
Do we think we can get through all this in an hour and a half?
Well, I think we felt like we could get through our items, but I think we better go to 4 if we want to add the school impact fee, because that's going to generate conversation for sure, and we'll have an attorney present. So,
Right. I agree. Angela, yeah? 4 o'clock?
I agree.
Yes,
Kathy?
yeah.
All right, then we go to public session. Allegiance. Gifted and talented band, I can't see, is that in person?
They are in person. Kristen said they had signed up. They know that we're at Hilton Head Library. I think she has like 5 or 6 students, but yes, they are in person.
Okay. Points of celebration.
I have a point of celebration that needs to be added. This is the Foundation for Educational Excellence, their Inspiration Award. I talked to Dr. Rodriguez about them presenting this award at this particular meeting.
yes, thank you, Kathy.
So it's the Foundation for Educational Excellence, and then the Inspiration Award. If you remember last year, they presented their Inspirational Award to everyone in the school district.
Right.
It's done during a Zoom meeting. There you go. Thank you.
All right, that moves us to public comments, chairman's report. I don't think I have anything to report. Committee reports. Those are just the only 3, hopefully.
Yes.
When is that North of the Broad meeting? I thought that was.
It's going to be on the 16th. Do you want me to go ahead and add it? The joint meeting is on the 16th. They'll still have time to report out. It's on the Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would add it.
Okay.
I mean, they can always say, we're going to have a detailed report later, but this, if they want. But
Okay. Textbook adoption.
yeah,
So this is under student achievement.
Yep.
Yep. So we have information and presentation on textbook adoption. There's a series of them. It will pop up again under board business. So we want to talk about it here, and it will come up again under board business because it'll require a vote on the adoption.
and this has been presented to the academics committee. And we moved to bring it forward to the full board, so.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that. That's why I was asking what this would be.
Yeah,
This would be the same presentation you all got, right?
Yeah.
I assume. right, yeah,
Maybe in a little condensed form.
yes.
And then we
Losing you.
items there.
Dr. R, you're breaking up.
Can you hear me?
Now we can, yes.
Yep. I was just saying under fiscal responsibility, we have the usual items.
Okay.
Okay, nothing under other matters?
I don't have anything under other matters.
Okay. And then we have the approval of the textbook adoption. The consent agenda is just the minutes. Future topics, announcements, second public comments.
Tina's hands up.
Tina?
Yes, thank you. Under board business, we need to, I mentioned this at the last meeting, we need to have input from the board for any potential legislative proposals that we're going to submit to South Carolina School Boards Association and any changes to their constitution, which we haven't had any in the past couple of years. And I believe that's due June 15th, but I did not receive that information this year because I'm not the chair. So Robin, is it still the same?
Have not received it yet.
Huh. Because we usually get it in March.
Well, I can go back in March and look and see. I'll go back and look
Or
again.
just reach out to Judy Legrand. She's the one that usually sends it out.
Yes.
Okay. So if that's due on June 15th, we don't have hardly any, if the board decides, we want our legislative proposal to address X, then we still got to get, the wording, et cetera. We got to get Lynn Stokes Murray involved, and it's a process that certainly takes a few weeks. It's not something that can happen in a day or two. Thank you. That was my.
Andy?
Good evening, board members and Dr. Rodriguez. I was just sending you a chat that the first quarter FOIA monitoring report, OE16, will be going to Operations Committee on Wednesday, and it will need to be on the consent agenda.
I got a text from a parent wondering if we could make an announcement that Hilton Head Island Middle School, their boys and girls track won the county track championship. I don't know. I would have to verify that first, but.
That would be a point of celebration, wouldn't it?
Would it be a point of celebration? Okay.
Mhm.
I think more so than an announcement.
An announcement.
Yeah.
Kathy, I also think that their boys and girls soccer team won, I think, a county championship. So
The Hilton Head Middle School?
I think so.
Okay. So I wonder, is there a way, is there a way that we can get these sports things, championships like that to announce?
We do when they reach out to Kristen in the communications. The schools have to let her know because she doesn't call each of the schools to find out which athletic group did. So if they contact her and say, hey, we just won the such and such, then we put it on for points of celebration.
Okay. Who would usually do that from the school? Because I know Hilton Head Middle School having an interim principal right now might be a little bit.
Whoever their coach,
The coaches are doing, okay.
the coach should, but it's usually the
I think what
athletic
we
director.
Go ahead. Dr.
Yeah, I
Ross.
think it'll get easy. I think it'll get easier when we get that district athletic director finalized and in place. But in the meantime, it would make sense that the athletic director provides that information, and it's probably a good habit to get into to have them report to the district office the outcomes of each of their seasons.
Okay, so what,
So I'll take care of it, but I'll do it this
Okay.
time. I'll do it through our communications team and gather the information. And then as we move forward and we have a district athletic director in place, it'll be their responsibility.
perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a great suggestion.
Okay, let's go to the loose ends. Legislative proposals, that's what Tina mentioned.
Mhm. And the modification to the Constitution.
Right. So those, we can put those, will be discussed at this meeting. Right?
So we're going to need a link to the Constitution, I think, so we can be prepared to look at modification, to suggest if we're going to suggest any.
It's a good idea.
Tina's hands up.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Same, good idea, Kathy, have a link to the Constitution, and then with the legislative proposals, there should be in board docs, the actual document that we have to fill out so board members can see what their, the South Carolina School Boards Association is interested in, or what they want us to, how they want us to raise it or whatever. And it has to be done by board vote.
Right.
Okay, so we'll get those in board docs. Of course, when I say we, I mean you, Robin. Okay,
Daycare issue for staff. Is that a work session or?
sounds like a discussion item to me, so it would be a work session.
Yeah.
Just for clarity on that issue, does anybody know if the topic there is whether we're continuing that or not? Is that the issue?
My recollection is an expansion is what I thought that Ingrid talked about. But again, I could be wrong because the daycare that we provide for staff only, well, it doesn't only apply, I think it only applies to school age children, right?
That's correct, but if we're going to get into an expansion beyond school age children, that's going to require probably that's going to be extra special. You get into diaper changes and all sorts of other things when you go beyond what we're doing.
Right, and I think that's why we just need to, people need to be made aware of that. I think that's what the discussion part is.
And I think there's also some additional state regulations
There are,
that, because we looked at how much we could do. I think there's additional state regulations when you go younger.
yeah.
Well, we got enough information to make it a work session item.
Yeah.
Williams, hands up.
Put it on a work session. Mr. Smith?
No, I was just gonna say I thought we were already doing that already. I thought we were already taking care of this.
Okay.
Hey, you lucky, you wanna know why?
All right, so that's that takes care of the loose ends. I'm real happy that we have a short loose ends list. Okay. So I think we have our agenda set.
Yeah.
So under board business is legislation, what are we calling it?
Legislative proposals. Tina might help with that. Tina's hand is up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We could put, thank you. We could put SCSBA's request for possible legislative proposals and changes to constitution or something to that effect, right?
Yeah.
SBSA requests for propose,
Or just for legislative proposals, you have that already.
Yeah. And I put the year before legislative 2022-2023 because it's next year's.
Yeah.
Yeah. And changes to constitution.
Yeah. Constitution review or something.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
And William's hand is back up.
Mr. Smith.
I need to take it.
All right. Anything else, Angela? Kathy?
No,
Anything? I believe we have completed our task for this evening. Do I need to ask for a motion to adjourn or?
Can I ask one other thing?
Oh, wait,
Yeah. So are we going to have any, it might be good under the financial, Dr. Rodriguez's report, fiscal responsibility, just have an update on the budget forums. I mean, just a real, 4 or 5 sentences or just something so the public is aware of that and
We've sent out some information. Well, you want an update on how they went, right? Because they're this week.
exactly.
Yes, we can do that.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be lengthy at all, just a, nice capsule synopsis.
Yep, we can do that.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay. I think that's it then.
yeah. There's something in chat. Is that from before? Oh, that's the FOIA thing.
that was.
It's on the consent agenda, she said. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that will come out once it goes to committee, they approve it, then
Right.
we'll put it on there. Has to go to committee first.
Yeah. So I move we adjourn.
I second.
All right.
Okay. We are
Bye.
adjourned.
Bye.
Bye.